Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good to see everybody back as usual. It's always nice to see people wanting to come in and watch chess related videos. So today's video, I just wanted to make it a little bit different. Just get out of the house and see if I could film outside a little bit. It was a really nice morning, and the weather forecast said it was going to be nice and warm. Well, I think it's about like 35 degrees Fahrenheit right now, and windy, so not super warm, but still it's nice to be out. So the other day I was going to work, and I was like so wrapped up and thinking about stuff, I totally skipped my exit and drove another 10 miles only to realize that I'm not going to work. Luckily I was actually a little bit early, so I made a turnaround and was able to get to work on time. But it's kind of interesting that, nowadays, with so much going on, it seems like we're always thinking about stuff. I was actually asking my wife the other day, I said, "Do you have coffee this morning?" She looked at me, she was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "You did, you had coffee, right?" She said, "Yeah, I always have coffee in the morning." I said, "How was your coffee?" She was like, "What do you mean, how was my coffee?" "It was alright." I said, "Was it hot? Was it sweet? Like, was it bitter? Like, how was it?" So she was like, "I mean, what? No, I don't remember." I said, "That's the key, is that, nowadays with being so wrapped up in everything, we don't remember how things are, we're so wrapped up in everything that we're sort of like, we're not even thinking, how is the world around us? We're just so inside our own mind, at least for a lot of us. And that's the way I am too, is that I'm constantly thinking about stuff that I fail to stop and actually, like what they say, stop and smell the roses, because I'm always thinking about things, and I'm always deep in thought about everything that's going on. And so sometimes it's really nice to just be able to stop like this and breathe in the air and just really take in the sound of the birds and how the wind feels against our face and everything. It's just, I feel like it's so important, to be able to take moments out of your busy day to just get out and really sort of slow down for a minute. We don't do that often enough, in my opinion. So the House of Staunton website, as well as some of the other chess distributors, oftentimes have a page that's devoted to selling imperfect chess pieces, imperfect chess boxes, imperfect chess boards. And what it means is that when you go to that section, you're basically looking at boards or chess pieces that have been damaged. You don't know when they have been damaged or how. Basically what they do is let's say they have a chess set where original cost was maybe $700-800, and then it's gotten damaged somehow. My best guess is, they'll ship a brand new chess set, and then either it gets damaged during the shipping process, which is likely, or the buyer gets it, and then they open the chess set, and then they're like, "Hey, this is really awesome." They set it up, and accidents happen to even the best of us. So maybe a cat jumps on the table, or a kid runs and accidentally knocks over your chess set. Maybe a dog wags its giant tail or whatever, and then your chess pieces just go flying, and then they hit the tile floor or whatever, and boom, like half of your chess set's broken and got cracks in it. So I mean, what do? You sit there for a minute, cry over your $700 chess set, and then what? I mean, what choices do you have? I mean, you can either do nothing and just basically tell your chess set bye-bye, or you can call back the chess distributor and be like, "Look, I got a chess set and it's all broken. I don't know what happened." I mean, you never know. Accidents, like I said, accidents happen. So then the chess distributing company, whatever it is, House of Staunton, Chess Bazaar, or whatever, it says, "Okay, mean, what can they do? You know, they can't just be like, look, we photographed that set right before sending it and everything was fine. You know, you can't do that. I mean, what kind of reputation would that give them? So they say, okay, so they take back the set, $700, like literally $700 down the drain, or whatever the price is. And now a huge revenue loss, because that chess set can't be, you know, it can be sold again as new. So the only thing that they can do is either trash it, recycle it somehow, or try to sell it as Imperfect on their Imperfect page. So what they do is they'll take the chess pieces or whatever chess merchandise they're trying to resell. They'll take photographs of where they see the damage has occurred. So, you know, if there's some cracks in the knights or the king or whatever, they'll photograph everything as best as they can. They'll put all of that together, and then in the description they'll actually like put as a list what exactly they saw as being damaged. And based on that, they will, you know, they'll sell it. And sometimes they give a discount of like 75%. Sometimes almost, I don't know if it's up to 75%. I don't think, I'm not sure if they sell like more, like 80% sometimes. Just depends. I've seen some chess sets, like I've seen one that was $1,000 and then they dropped it down to close to like 200. So I was like, whoa, that's a great deal, $1,000 chess set. I mean, think about the quality. But like 8 pieces were cracked. So I was like, holy crap. Like I looked at the pictures and there were like 3 pawns and 5 other pieces, and the cracks weren't like little. The cracks were like huge. So that's the biggest worries, like for me, when I see cracked pieces, I'm thinking, am I gonna be able to repair them? And if I'm gonna be able to repair them, like how likely are they going to be okay in the future, or are these pieces just gonna simply like crack completely through, and then I'm gonna have like a knight that's broken in half? I mean, that wouldn't be great. And then what do you do to what do you do to replace those pieces? Like, if you have a very specialized chess set, you can't just replace it with like something else. You can't call House of Staunton and be like, hey, I know I got this Imperfect chess set, but is there a way you guys can send me brand new knights for it? Because the knights that you guys sent me, obviously I know you told me that there's cracks in it, but can I get a couple of new knights? I'll pay for them or whatever. House of Staunton is going to be like, yeah, sure, let me take the other chess set, the brand new one of the same set, and we'll just take those knights out of there, and we'll package them and we'll send it to you. Like, and as far as the brand new other chess set that we'll take the knights out of, we'll trash it. No, I mean, they're not gonna do that, because and I don't know if they have the ability to like send requests for. I mean, I'm sure they do. It's just, it's not as straightforward as it might seem. And I know there's some websites that you can go to order like just single pieces, but if you have a very specialty chess set, I think it's going to be kind of hard for you to be able to get the same exact pieces in the same color. And another thing is that even if you end up finding the same chess set, even if everything kind of aligns, then sometimes the wood color might not be exactly the same between chess sets. So if you have 2 of the same exact chess sets and both of them, let's say, are blood rosewood, one might be more red while the other one might be a little bit of a different color. So that's definitely also something to take into account, you know. So another thing that you want to consider is that when you're looking at those pictures of the chess set that it says it's Imperfect, yes, they have photographed things that, you know, you can see all the damages that have occurred. You can see like where the cracks are. But let's say this entire chess set went on the floor flying and hit the like pretty hard tile floor. So you can see the outward damages where they are visible right now. But if all the pieces have hit the floor, I mean, who's to say that you're not going to have some damage inside of the chess set? Like, who's to say that that the only damage that there is in this chess set is on the outward, you know? Like, maybe there's some some little cracks inside where you weren't even apparent. It wasn't apparent to you. It wasn't apparent to the chess distributor. So they sell it to you, and you can't return the set. And you sign the agreement that basically states that you are aware of the fact that this chess set has some damage. You're also aware of the fact that besides the damage that has been listed on the website, that there's potentially more damage that chess distributor may not have been aware. So you're getting the chess set and you're like, okay, I signed the contract, I can't return it. 2 months from now, you're like happily playing with this chess set. You set the knight down and he splits down the middle. I mean, drastic scenario, but could potentially happen. A knight that had no cracks on the outside was a knight that ended up somehow damaging itself from the inside out, and then boom, hit it hard against the board, and then the knight goes in 2 pieces or whatever. So that's something that might happen. Okay. Other than that, I feel like I was pretty skeptical of even that whole outlet section, but I don't think it's that bad. As long as you are okay with taking on the risk of getting, damaged chess pieces, and as long as you review each individual set on its own, and if you're okay with what it looks like, if you're okay with everything, then it might not be so bad. I think that you just have to kind of really take the time to look at the picture and say, is the damage of this particular set worth the discount? Because you might have a set that's $800 and then they're trying to sell it to you for $200, but there's some cracks in that set that are huge. Well, that's up to you. Are you willing to take on that particular set, or would you just let it pass? Because 200 doesn't seem like a lot compared to 800, but 200 is still 200. I mean, no matter how you look at it, 200 is not nothing. You could end up getting a pretty nice set overall for 200. It's not going to be an $800 set, but you could get a brand new set and be pretty happy with it for $200. So that's just something that you have to still consider. But if you end up wanting to take that risk on, if you end up wanting to really, if you're okay and you really like that particular set, then after you've analyzed and you're saying, yeah, I think this is good, you probably want to go ahead and not think too long about picking it up, because besides you, there's going to be other people that are looking at this particular set and they're going to say, yep, this looks good, I might get it. It's happened to me. One day I was looking at their different chess pieces, and I saw the Anderson series chess pieces that were like full size, full tournament size, and they were natural boxwood and genuine ebony. Original price close to $500, I think, and on a discount for roughly around $200. So and there wasn't a whole lot of damage on it. That was the nice thing, is I looked at all over the pieces, maybe a couple of scratches, but overall not terrible at all. So I went in and I was like, this might be a good option. If Anderson series chess set didn't look exactly like all my other chess sets, I would have been like, wow, for $200 you get a genuine ebony wood? That's a pretty good deal, because you don't get a lot of sets for $200 with genuine ebony. So I thought about it. I went in the morning, I looked at it briefly, then I went to work. Then I think during lunchtime or something, I was like, let me go recheck that set. Let me go see if it, and it was already sold. So literally it was there from morning until like midday, and somebody picked it up, So then I realized that if it's a good deal, and they set it out, then it's not going to be around long. If it's a not so good deal, or the pieces are like really badly damaged, then it's going to be there for months. But if it's a really good deal, somebody's going to pick it up. Somebody's going to really pick it up. So definitely, if I wanted to get a chess set as a gift for somebody, for a relative or a friend, I would not get it from the Imperfect section. I mean, no way, just why would I do that? But if I just wanted to maybe get a nice set and I was okay with potentially getting a damaged set, then I would definitely look in the Imperfect section. I feel like you could get a pretty good deal overall, Come to think of it, the chessboard that I have, the bird's eye maple, the really nice big board that I have, I think that it may have been initially damaged, probably sold in the House of Staunton, damaged, returned, and then repurchased by somebody probably that ended up reevaluating after purchasing it and was like, I might be able to just sell it. And so they were then selling it on Amazon, where I picked it up for $200. So there's a 50% discount from $400 to $200. That wasn't terrible. But come to think of it, it may have originally been sold in the House of Staunton as Imperfect. I was just wondering, like, what may have been the price at that time. It could have been like maybe even less. It could have been like maybe 120 or something, and somebody just wanted to make some money. That could have been the case. I don't know, but still. And then the Library Grandmaster chess set that I have, where it came with a cracked king, that very well could have been on the Imperfect chess set. So definitely it's not uncommon, and kind of makes you think about like how many of these sets out there end up getting damaged, and how easy is it to end up damaging a chess set like that. So definitely something to consider, you guys.